What's up, guys? I hope everybody can hear me. Um, I'm Cam. I'm here with Allie. My camera is doing something crazy and not playing putting my background and stuff up. So we're just gonna please just bear with us. We're gonna have to do it this way. That's gonna be more a visual thing anyway. Thank you, Conmara Heather. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey, everybody. I'm gonna try to go through and say hello to everybody. Can you hear me? Okay. Let's see here. No, yeah, no way, Jose. I just look. It's not against anybody. It's just questioning, and when we're going to kind of go over this right now. So I'm going to show you some things that other people said about the phone. This happened during a live. We're going to go over that. Um, you know, I feel like as we see this and how this is unfolding right now with since Jose came out, like there's been multiple people that have been untruthful about stuff, and it makes me question.
It seems that way.
Seems that
We
way.
don't know.
Oh, I mean, we do.
There's conflicting stories.
Yeah, conflicting stories of things that so the rest of the crew that came down with Jose, the things they said sometimes doesn't match up with things they said prior to it. It's stuff different. We're gonna go over all that, and I'm gonna show you. And I don't know what that means. And the reason that I feel like it's good to know is if all these different parties that were supposed to be here at the same time together are saying conflicting things, is there something under the surface that nobody wants to talk about? I don't know. Um, I'll give you an example. So, for the longest time, we were told that they came down and left the same day. And then, we hear, just here recently through Hunter's dad, Andrew, that they didn't leave till a few days later. So, that's just one of them. We're gonna show a clip too. Allie said that she was at the parade when Candace was there. Then she said on an interview with Bullhorn Betty and them that she was there and she almost hit Candace with the car. That's another one, and it's then they say that Andrew and Jeffy, when they're talking about it, he earlier today in a live stream. Let me be clear, they did a live stream. They were answering questions, and that's what we're going to go over. So they were doing a live when I put the first video out today, and by the time I got off, I went over there and watched that, and somebody asked them a question about why did Jose throw his phone in the water, and he said he didn't. He sent it to them. Am I 100% buying that that's true? But no, I'm not. But I'll show you what was said. I got the clips. We're going to prove I'm talking about. That's the main thing. If and as of this point in time, um, I don't think Andrew has been questioned by law enforcement. And you say, why would he have to be? Well, we have these people that are all coming down here. Things go haywire. Summer goes missing after all that. It's just a couple months.
Yeah, they were here within a very short time period of when she went missing, and everybody that had been around that child for any amount of time, but especially the last 6, 8, 10 months, should be looked into.
Yeah, looked into. And this is my question about Jose. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up, and then I'll get the video as we go through. So I'm going to put this on full screen. Are you saying I'm buffering right now? Sound is breaking up. All right, so check this out. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to refresh this, and we're gonna see if we can fix it. Hold on 1 second, and I'm going to have to go through and pull everything I got back up. So bear with me. All right, check it out. Can you hear me now? Is that a little better? I don't know what's going on. I think that is probably because I needed to restart the computer and stuff earlier. I had a lot of stuff going on. All right, sounds fine on your end. We're gonna go with it now. So I'm gonna pull this up. I hope here. I hope it goes through fine. You know, technical difficulties yes are gonna happen. But so this is what I got right here. So I want to pull this up and we're going to go over and I'm going to show you the stuff I have and I've got a clip. Hopefully this goes through smoothly and we can get it all. All right, so here I'm good full screen out. I'm just asking please come correct. What really happened in 2020? The reason I asked that is because the receipts now for the rented U-Haul when Andrew Hiltz, Jose, etc. came to Tennessee. Andrew Hiltz, Coach Jeffy, if you're not familiar with who he is called he goes by Andrew Hiltz calls him his brother, but they're not really brothers. They
sounds mistaken.
All right, so what am I supposed to do? No, these are all people. This is people trying to.
No, okay.
Check this out. I'm gonna fix it. All right. Hopefully this don't mess anything up, but I'm gonna come back. All right. Can you hear me now? Is that better? Is that better, everybody? Let me know if you can hear me and let me know if that's better because if it's not, I don't know what's going on. It's and my browser is not accepting.
Suitable. Which never has said that before.
2D Johnson, you're good now, everybody. Okay, awesome. Yeah, see the Wi-Fi is a little better. All right. My bad, guys. I don't know what's going on with this. As far as I know, I haven't changed anything. So, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's raining a little bit here, so I don't know.
That's possibly what it is. All right. So, like I said, Andrew Hiltz calls Jeffy. That says it's his brother, but they're not known each other for a long time. So that's who they are. Here's the receipts, and I have to give credit to one of our mods that gave me this information right here. And I don't know if it's cool with her. I didn't want to put her information out to her. It was okay with her, but this is some questions that she had, and it's good. And these are the receipts that they rented the U-Haul, which day, of the month, which month it was, when they traveled down here. So, right here we have confirmation that Jose did not stay and live with the Wells for 6 months, not even 4 months. We have a month and a few days.
Which is what Candace has been saying.
Which Candace did say that. And, despite what it is, that's what she said. And
Right.
so, you know, I don't know how to say about that, but that doesn't completely take everybody out of the water about
No.
stuff either, too,
No.
because there's been, when I say everybody has things that don't add up, and
Everybody.
everybody involved in this case has said things that are not 100% true,
That don't make
don't
sense.
make sense.
Every single person.
It's every single person, and that's, you know, I don't know. Says September 16th through 17th in a minivan. Andrew and Jeffy said September 19th and came into U-Haul's, correct. But this is their receipt that they showed. So they came in, let's see here, car confirmation number, and they came. So this right here, these are other discrepancies that we can ask. Why does it say that? We know that it is in September 16th. We have a receipt for that when they came down here. They all traveled together. Um, I feel unless there's being some interest somewhere else and they came down earlier in the month and nobody's wanting to say that, uh, I don't know where to go from here. Um, yeah, so yeah, Arietti, she's one of our mods right here, and she's the one that shared this, and this is awesome, and I like how she does things. So so she puts here the U-Haul hire that took Jose and friends from New York to Tennessee set off on the 17th September 2020 and arrived on the 19th September 2020. Which means Jose did well for just a month. And if Don got back on or around the 6th of October, Jose was only in the house with him for 1 week before Don's arrest. Bearing in mind both Jose and Don were said to be working, we are supposed to believe that all these terrible events that he alleges that he witnessed happened over approximately 5 evenings and one weekend. His friends also called Jose a pathological liar, which they did on there. Um, they also said some other disturbing things about it. I don't know the warfare that's happening between them now. Jose said that he would hate for them to know how close he was to them, and now they're doing this. I don't know what's going on under the, I guess we should say under the current of things. We see it from out here, but we really don't know. Um, hold on. So, okay, I'll go to the next one here. I want to put this up too. So if you don't know who Jennifer Coffindoffer is, she is a retired FBI agent. She posted this on the 15th of March, and I feel like she saw the inconsistencies off the bat too. She says Roman made disturbing claims against CW and DW, Candace Wells and Don Wells. If he lied, he could face slander charges. If true, Candace and Don Wells could have violated the law, hoping LE will interview Jose Roman about claims and investigate. True info related to CW, Hunter, and Don Wells, hashtag summer, relevant to the case. I don't know. That's I felt like this was very strong that she said this. If you don't know who she is, you haven't followed her. I just feel like she might have picked up on some of the inconsistencies. From the beginning, I'm not shy to say it. I thought that he sounded very genuine about a lot of things, but then when the 6 month thing came up, I was really threw me. I was like, I can't get behind that because that was just so.
No, there was a lot of things that sounded very truthful and may be truthful, but
Yeah.
then there was a lot of things that also were just very odd and didn't add up.
Yeah. Do what now? Just say that again. I'm sorry, I read
that. I said that there was a lot of things that he said that sounded very truthful and may be truthful, but then there was a lot of things that he said that just didn't add up.
Right, 100%. And That's why before people go off the deep end and say, "Oh, why does this matter?" It matters a lot. If anybody that's surrounding her, we're not talking about a long period of time. We're talking about from October 2020 when he leaves. He says the 18th. That's when well, what we know is he left around the 18th. So from October 18th to June 15th, 2021 is not very long. Um,
8 months.
8 months. Uh, we don't know. There has to be. You have to. Every single person says something. If we're going to question what Don Wells says, what Candace Wells says, what everybody says around the disappearance of Summer, everybody has. You have to fact check it because there could be something in there, no matter how minuscule, how small, that could lead to something else. We see that a lot of people are going against each other now. Why is that? Why is everybody uh why is everybody why are they going against each other? Somebody said, yeah, not credible receipts. This is off his phone. He had this, he showed it the
Well,
date.
I think the thing is where this was for a van, and they said that
It was a truck.
Yeah,
And then he was in the back.
yeah, that he was sitting in the back in a recliner or something. And then there was also like describing it was Penske, not a U-Haul.
Right.
So
this one, maybe you can check the VIN number, call U-Haul and see this number right here. Where was the vehicle turned back in? Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it says a minivan, exactly, and that's truthful. And thank you for bringing it up. They did say a truck, and that Jose was mad at Andrew because they made him left him in the back the whole time. That's yeah, that's big. Why? I mean, why is everybody telling different things? And then, if you want to bring even Candace into it, when she's first asked about, she says she doesn't remember his name.
Right.
Try, act like she didn't really remember it. I don't know.
And even, I mean, in my opinion, I would remember somebody that stayed at my house I would remember their name, even if they stayed there for 3 days. But if they stayed there a month, you would definitely remember their name.
Right.
So, I don't know.
It's just important. If you're looking for her, I just don't understand why everybody is going against everyone. The closer it is and the more information that comes out, people are shut down. People don't want to answer. People don't, it's not all crazy. People that are, friends now, rivals, enemies and rivals. It's sad, it's scary. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so while I was presenting in our pre-recorded live, I asked questions also as they told not to explain why he allegedly threw his phone in the ocean 3,000 miles away. I didn't know at this point in time that they talked on Ziggy and explained a reason. I just didn't know why Jose wasn't allowed to know that. I still have to go listen to that. But so this, and like I said, it wasn't to start any issues on the first one. I just wanted to know why. Because I don't know if it's relevant. So wait till you hear this clip I'm going to show, and you'll understand why I'm making that question. Because this is what I heard too after the fact. I got to pull this back up as I had to shut everything back down.
Our daughter is singing.
When he was gonna explain, he didn't throw it in the ocean. It was sent to Jeff. No, he did throw it in the ocean. They freaked when he was gonna explain it. They didn't try to hold. He didn't try to hold it, but they all started telling him, no, that people would flip it and make it what it is. No. It has been confirmed that the phone went to my brother. How many times have you visited Tennessee that year? Just the one? Just the one?
I'll be back since.
I might have to go this year.
Have fun with that.
I gotta go get the boy.
Well, you have and I ain't going.
You fuck. I had been on this stream. I'm behind on this stream. Yes, he actually mailed it to my brother, yes. Please show timestamps of photos of Jose between boom and boom. That will be a huge discredit to him. You have timestamps of your photos?
Facebook doesn't give me that.
Oh, but they're on his Facebook. Well, they should tell you how long ago you posted it.
Not when I'm friends anymore.
Yeah, they still should. If you posted it.
I didn't post it.
He did? You
No.
should. Who posted the picture?
The messenger, but since he deleted that account or tried to, I still have messages.
And even if you hit the thing, even if you hit the go here and yeah, because it gave me time. I don't want a video call.
So right there, so he's claiming. Then later on, I didn't get a chance to get it all, but later on, he then says Jose has two phones, one from the company that he went to work for in Alaska. Said he worked on fishing boats there, and they gave him one there, and they said he shipped the one back to him. Am I saying that's 100% legit? No, I'm not. But I'm saying this was said before they were live when I was live. Well, showing that pre-recorded I had earlier. So
We're just saying that they're both telling conflicting stories there, and we don't know which one is. We don't know if the phone was into the ocean or
Right.
it was mailed.
But if it is mailed, then conveniently too, now nobody has access or has the phone anymore. Or they got rid of it. It's a lot. Look, and if you don't find that this is relevant and these people are all conflicting now and going and I don't see how that doesn't seem relevant to Summer's case. Why can nobody be on the same page about this? Why is nobody having the same information? Mo said right here, the receipt from the minivan was for the minivan. Yes, part of their caravan. He said he could find the email confirmation for the moving truck, but hasn't yet. Okay, well that explains that part too. So he's saying they had a van and a truck to come down here. Well, in the same live stream, he also says that they were, that. So in the same live stream, he says that they come down here and that they didn't leave for a few days after, saying that their house renovations weren't ready. We looked at the statistics or the number of fans for the race in September. I'll let you cover that.
Yeah, so the April race, which was postponed until May 31st, they any fans that were able to come in and watch it. The September race, they had a limited capacity, and it was 30,000 people. So, as far as all the hotels in the area being full, we kind of questioned why all of the hotels in Kingsport would be full when the race is in Bristol. I mean, I know that not everybody stays in Bristol when they come for the race, but it's odd.
That's it. They said, yeah, they packed up the same day, but Andrew said they didn't leave for a few days after. I will tell you another one. Jeffy, in this interview that we just showed, says, who are the Wells? What's the Wells property? And Andrew says, you remember me telling you about the little girl that goes missing? And he says, yeah, well, I read all about it.
So you read all about it, but you don't know who the Wells are.
You don't know who the Wells are, but you read all about it, and you said that you saw Summer run across playing in the front yard, and but yet on another live stream you weren't ever up there on the property. But then it goes on to that they said that Candace, and Allison came and met them at a storage unit, and Summer was there with the orange tabby cat. What's the storage unit? I don't.
Why did they meet them there?
Why did they meet them there? What is?
And then it was said that it was the storage unit beside of Dollar General, and then Jody Sue says that the storage unit beside the Dollar General wasn't even built then.
Was it? Yeah.
So, what? What
Yeah.
is happening?
So this is my question. People can say whatever they want. I know that Jose said that the FBI talked to him and whatnot. But if you will be inconsistent with talking about how long you lived at his property on something so little that really makes neither here nor there, why wouldn't you be inconsistent on something as big as being questioned? Or that's the thing. That's the problem. That's what makes it a big deal, in my opinion. And that's in my opinion only. So, I mean, and I felt like that, at the end, you'll see as I'm going to pull this back up. I'm going to go through this, and it helps me to stay on track and read this. So, let me go to the next one. And I asked the question, and another channel said this. I'm going to show this, and that's the channel that that clip came from that I just showed. There's the one I just brought up. So if Jose would be dishonest about such little things, there's a question. I also said through, and I spelled it THROUGH. I can't have a hard time here. Look, it's a lot, man. It's a lot in the past few days. A lot of information, a lot of things to try to keep up with. It is what it is. This is the main thing, though. Summer Moon tells us who deserves the absolute truth above all else. From everybody.
Every person.
Every person in this case. That right there, that little girl, that person, not just something to talk about. It's a little girl. This is a person. This is a missing 5-year-old child. She deserves the truth above anything else from every single person. Whether it be Candace, Dawn, Grandma, Jose, Andrew, everybody that has been down and around, Allie, Hunter, all of them. The truth, she deserves it. Why so much conflicting stories? This is what's important. Do you have people coming on there saying that, I don't understand why this is why it's important. This little girl is why it's important.
And the truth is it's somewhere. It's somewhere, but why it's just getting misconstrued from every angle, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense.
Look, I even heard on the live stream the other day, like it was even like from Candace even said this on another channel. It's as if Allie bought her kids alcohol, and she said yes, and they drank it up on the Wells property. She said that from her own mouth, and I was like, still, I don't see that people are getting the just the whole gravity of the situation. I don't see that it's even being understood. This is a problem. It's bad.
Yeah.
All of this. I mean, you've got, then you have Allie saying that Jose was hitting on her at 15. That's alarming in itself too. So, and to go even further, and excuse what I say, but this is word for word verbatim what was said on Andrew's live stream. Jose said to Jeffy, now if this is true, he said they were drinking one night, and said that Jose said there's if you don't know, I mean this is terrible, and chasing women been asked a question and she had to hear this, but said if I don't even know if I want to say
It's sickening.
it is sickening, but for them to even say it, I don't know if I should even repeat it. I don't just pretty much saying that if that Jose had made the statement if a little girl had went through puberty, then it was okay. That in itself is so wrong because I don't know. Are they throwing shade on each other for a reason? What is the problem? That's he's saying that Jose was a womanizer, ran from house to house, saw every woman in the neighborhood, was hitting on underage. It's a lot. That's a problem, regardless of what anybody feels. That's a big deal. If that's not a problem, then let's say this. If that's true, you have Allie saying it, you have Andrew Hilt saying it, you have Jeffy saying it about Jose, about underage girls. How is that not a problem? How is that not to be brought into question when this man stayed at the house, whether it be 6 months or it be a month and a couple of days, or it be 5 days, whether it be 2 days? There, right there, is confirmed another person around her that has some serious questionable things. We already know of other people around that have been connections to Ben Hill. I brought all of them up. Yeah, exactly, Arietti. You see, I'm there.
Exactly. So it's disgusting.
I mean, it might not be the most favorable right now for calling this out, but it is what it is. There's proven inconsistencies throughout. I looked up and I challenge other people to look this up. And I did a search in Kingsport for a business that built cat scratching posts or towers.
That's what I was.
Did you find one?
Where manufacturing, maybe?
Where is that at?
Sir Goingsville.
So in Sir Goingsville,
which is Hawkins County.
That's Hawkins County.
I don't know if they.
So what do they manufacture?
That's what I'm trying to pull up, but my phone is not. Internet for some reason is just not.
I did a search of East Tennessee, for all places that would manufacture cat scratching posts or towers. Now, if there is one, then so be it. But if there's not,
it looks like they do small pet things or just pet.
So they do. So there's one. That's good.
Yeah. So that's
put that out there. Where manufacturing. Thank you for finding that. I mean, that's right there. So there's one. I'll put that in there in the chat. All right, so there that is. I put it down there. You can look up so we can, see. I feel like that's worth a check.
Yeah.
But so that could be posted something in favor of that. And look, I've really tried to be looking this objective. Even when I called Sonia, Don's sister, we got a hold of her the other night, and I even put it to I even said that this could have gave Jose, something to back up what he said. He said 6 months because she said Don was in Utah 5 to 6 months. And I said, okay. Well, I said, then, I've tried to break it down. I've tried to go through it on each different, each different, level of it. Tried to look into it 100%.
Well, that's the thing. People want to say that we just look at everybody else and not the Wells, and that's not true. We have looked at this from every angle, and we have talked about things that don't make sense, even that the Wells say, and that they do. And people just need to understand that every single person needs to be looked at, whether that be Don and Candace, whether that be these 12, 13 guys that came down here. Every single person needs to be looked at thoroughly. We don't know what happened to this little girl, and she deserves answers.
Yeah, so yeah, who knows? So that's true too. So Don and Jose had inappropriate comments about Allie's daughter. She's also a minor. I'm not going to throw her name out there, but the same. So we have everything has to be into question. Um, you know, I even told up front that I asked Candace about the stuff that Jose had to give a fair shake at things. I'll say, what's your response to this? She says when he said 6 months there, um, she says a month and a few days. Uh, so if we go by the receipts of this, and this is true, then that's one set of receipts. If he can produce the other one for the truck, that would be even better.
And that receipt does add up to the 1 month story.
It does.
So,
and if so, I asked too. I said, how did Jose refer? How did he address your mother? Which would, Candace Herrera. Error. She said Candy. Okay, it's that. I asked this, and I was very honest about this. I asked her. I said, so what town and state did Grandma take Jose to drop him off? She told me, I don't know, and that's the last contact I've had with her. Mm-hmm. I stood behind that. I felt like Jose was being truthful that Summer might have walked off that property before. I still find that very, I still think that's a very, very strong possibility that she walked off that property before. Neighbor said it. I heard it way early in on this that this wasn't the first time
that she had wandered
off. And and despite Don came on and called me one time when I brought it up on a live and said that's not true, I still felt like it might be true. And I don't know. I don't know. If she didn't, then that's my bad. I take it back. But I do believe that she has wandered off. But that again brings me to another question. How, if even law enforcement says that the very real possibility that she walked away and got lost in the mountainous terrain, I don't know how you can I don't know. I don't see how you can take away and say that there's no evidence of an abduction or foul play. If she wandered away and just say, we already know that there's offenders, SOs all over that area. If she's out beside the main road and there's a open opportunity for one of them there, maybe one that doesn't even, maybe somebody that doesn't even have any convictions of SO crimes, opportunity there, and there's no evidence, there's not going to be anything, unless somebody in this rural area sees her at that exact time. There's not going to be anything. I had those questions. And hopefully those will be answered sometime. Maybe law enforcement will come on. This is why we said that there was, that we didn't see any. They're not ruling it out too at the same time. They're looking into all, all possibilities.
Right.
They've said that numerous times too. So people said that they just matter of fact ruled it out, and then that they said that there was 100% foul play. As they never said that. Never. They said that they weren't ruling out anything, and they were looking into everything, including foul play and the very real possibility she wandered off. You can't pick and choose what you want to hear.
You have to hear everything.
Right. And the fact is, despite of all the things that people don't have opinions about and everything, there has not been any charges filed yet. There's not evidence pointing at anybody. There's people strive on and this isn't covering either. I feel like if they're all right, so let me use this as as an example. So we know people that have child abuse charges in this
that are connected.
group connected to people very close, were close to Summer on June 15th, that have actually have those charges on their record for child abuse. I feel like if there were the child's, all the kids were taken for that reason, for physical, mental, anything would be charges filed, and you would see them on record. They would have those filed. I don't think police can step back and not charge and hold abuse charges against children. I don't think you can just sit back and hold them until you feel like you want to charge. I feel like if that's the situation, then they would have done that. I feel like maybe that there was, maybe, they said that Don fired a firearm or fired something, he said, and he messed up and drink. Was there a failed urine screen? Was there this, that?
We don't.
But there's not been record of that either. But, if that's why they're taking, yeah, I don't know. Even though there's a gag order on the situation and the custody issue, I still feel like if there's charges, it would be out there. That's up for question 2. We'll just have to see. I asked for a link and I was trying to find it. So, but I referenced this earlier too. Even the small things like Allie saying she wasn't at the parade today and didn't yell those things at Candace, yet, now there's contradicting that when Bullhorn Betty and them interviewed her and JLR and them, that she said, yeah, we were at the parade that day because I almost hit Candace with the car. That's what she said. That's out of her mouth. Nobody else's. I don't know. I think chasing showed that. But I think this, it is what it is. I felt like I needed to bring this forward, talk about these things.
It's important.
It's important, regardless of how anybody feels. You could say that this doesn't matter and it's not important, but it is. Again, who is it? I'm leaving this picture up for a reason, because through all of this child right here deserves the truth and answers, and I think 100% effort by law enforcement, by everybody involved in this. She deserves it. She is, pretty much, how does a 5-year-old fend for themselves? They don't.
Right.
They can't. She's, 5 years on this earth. Rambunctious. That's another thing too. So, I even question this. We see it, at church. She's very active. She goes around the church, walks around the church, and she likes to hug on Robin and stuff. If there was people in the house with questionable things, and you just have to question it. It's rough. I don't know, guys. Tell me how you feel about listening to me, but I have to. I feel like it's important to bring this up. Oh, Lord. About everything. About kicked it over. So it's raining really bad.
It's raining. I don't know how bad right now.
Sorry, guys, I haven't paid attention. I had to talk my point out, or I would have never got done with it. All right, so, but how do we know that? Do we know this for a fact? So there's been rumors. This is what I'm going to ask. Boys were taken because CPS was involved before Summer went missing. Has that been confirmed?
That was the reason they're taken?
That's the reason they were taken? Is there been tangible physical proof of that? I don't know.
It's not going to be confirmed why they were taken, because they are minors.
But has it been talked about the investigation even into before? There's been rumors that they were getting ready to come close a case that was an ongoing case. I've heard all of it.
But so far, I mean, when you look at so far, Don and Candace had kids in their in their home with them for 12, almost 13 years, and they had not been taken before.
Well, somebody says, and CPS was involved while Jose was there as well. That's the case, though. So they, the drinking that was happening, everything, and there's, I don't know if CPS or DCS, excuse me, that's their term in Tennessee, DCS, if would they allow, and with already the cramped living situation that we have, the boys not and them not having their own rooms, separating, would they allow another grown man to live in the house too? With that, I mean, I don't know. That's all questionable. There's already things. Why wasn't those things that, if they were as severe as what he said, why wasn't those reported
Right.
beforehand? If it's that severe and you're claiming seeing Don take long road trip in a truck, and you're working still at the same time, you're working
You're only around him a few days to a week.
You're only a few days to a week, allegedly.
But he took long road trips in a road trip.
Talk about it. That's good stuff right there. That's a good point. Talk about it.
Well, I mean, what are these long road trips, If you're only there for a week with him, then how do you, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
He's going on the fact that he's saying he's there 6 months.
Right.
So he's saying, but
only with Dodd for a week.
Only with Don for a week.
Dodd was supposed to be in Utah that entire time.
Exactly. That right there.
So either way you look at it, whether Jose was there for 6 months, whether Jose was there for a month, he was only with Don for a very short amount of time. No matter how you look at it.
That's a very good point. That's very big, and I think that says a lot right there. So in that week's time that Don was there,
he saw all this stuff that Don allegedly did.
All these rumors of SA,
right,
tying ladders, red trucks,
taking long trips in trucks. But Don was also apparently working, and Jose apparently working. So how was all of this stuff going on at the same time within a week's time period, plus or minus a few days?
Yeah, that's good. That throws a curve on it all, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That was probably the best thing I've heard yet. That throws a wrench in everything, and that's kind of what Arietti put in the in hers. She said, I want to pull. We'll go back to exactly what she said right there. Let me take this comment down. Yeah, she said, so you witnessed all these, terrible events he alleges that he was happened over approximately 5 evenings in one weekend. That's giving it a lot. I don't know. I mean, that just means that if you're saying that, so that all this, he comes in. I mean, he just had to be a raging monster this whole time in front of somebody he didn't know.
But then he also said that whenever Don came back for the first couple of days, he was one person, and then he got paid, and then he started drinking and became a different person.
And went to Mexico.
It was like Jekyll and Hyde. No, he said that Candace would always throw up when they were fighting. That Don had
go
left
to Mexico.
His sister had to go pick him up.
Yeah. We know that Don.
So that didn't happen in the alleged time period that Jose was there. It was just talked about.
Right. And so what you said at the very beginning when we first heard this interview was that a lot of this stuff is verifiable from YouTube.
Yeah,
all this
a lot
information
of the things that was said has been talked about through YouTube and other social media, and he put. I feel like he could have took what he saw on the internet and put his own twist on it.
Right. And we called, look, if you didn't catch colorful things right here, said, Don said 4 months. Right. We called his sister in Utah,
who he was
Sonia.
staying with
So who? Yeah.
some points.
Who
He was staying between his dad's house, a camper on his dad's property, and his sister Sonia's house for the time that he was in Utah. His sister Sonia told us that he was there 5 to 6 months, probably closer to 5 months.
That's what she said. That, you know, take it however you want it. That's, I just was trying. So, we said, Candace said 9 months on our live stream, and we're like, well, that's the first time we heard 9 months.
Right.
I said I heard 3 to 4 months before, so it was Dawn that said it. And so I was like, let's call somebody in Utah, let's get a hold of them and ask how long it was. She also said that she, as school was out, she taught Josie, because Don took Josie to Utah with him. She did the schoolwork and helped him through all of that because they were on virtual school. Hold on 1 second, let me.
And they are trolling us, and they keep saying that.
Well, hold on. It's all good. No, I mean, call it out. Let me see. Where are they? Where are they?
It's good. Breaking it.
Oh, is that his? Oh, I don't care. Nobody is saying Candace homeschooled anybody. We're saying that Sonia, Don's sister, was doing. See this right here, guys. That right there is how that's the rumors right there. I clearly said Sonia, who lives in Utah, Don stayed between his dad's camper, where a camper he had was, and Sonia's house. And while Don was working, she Sonia homeschooled or did his virtual work, because in 2020 schools were out because of COVID. This is true. This is verifiable. I have children in the area, even though we're in two different states.
In March in this area.
Yeah, March in this
which
area.
I think was pretty much nationwide.
Yeah.
Around the same time.
Yeah, stuff. I mean, that is relevant. All of this is very relevant. By calling her and being able to speak to her, and I'm going to try to get her to come on and talk to us on a live and let you hear her side of it. It's important. These things, if you're not going to fact check it, then I don't know. I don't see how look where we would be if we didn't fact check everything. We'd be at a whole different place. Oh, is the sound that bad for real? I can't help it. Look, we'll just close it and we'll be done with it. We've done the best we can. I don't want to go over an hour anyway, because it's not worth it. It's not worth it to sit here and ramble. I got my point across. That's true too. I mean, that's very true too. I mean, he's calling her Grandis, and okay. This is another one I wanted to bring up, and I don't know if there's any relevance. So Carolina, could there be a mix up between South Carolina and North Carolina? Sure, there can.
Yeah.
We never once said that things couldn't be different at the house as far as locks on doors, window, tinning on the window. We never once said that it couldn't have been different.
We actually said that, we were there in August of 2021 was the first time that we stepped foot on that property and saw these things. We said, things could have changed since September, October of 2020.
Yeah.
That's been over a year, a little bit. So things could have been changed, like locks and tinning on the windows. We were just saying what we saw when we were there.
Yeah, we can only document what we saw. And as of June 15th and to current, besides the renovations that have been done on the house, it's the same.
Yeah.
that's, I mean, it just is what it is. That's the only thing we can put into it. Yeah. So EF Hutton Grayson. So yeah, this is the thing. They gave receipts for a minivan. Said that they were going to show receipts for a moving truck if that it becomes available, and these are valid receipts. Then, I hope so. I hope they can verify that. But other than that, then I guess then we're just back at square one. We got we got to look into everything. It's important. Look, that's all I got. I think that's all we're going to get into. I appreciate everyone for being in here through our technical difficulties. Check it out. We going to pray for Summer on the way. I would pray for everybody. We do it every time. That's what we do. We got to stand behind, that the Lord, everything works out in His timing above all else. It's not ours, but, I feel like if he lays it open right there, and you have to look into it. Remember, that it's for Summer above all else. And yeah, you can leave some of that touch on that like button on your way out. Let's pray it out. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for what you do in our lives. Thank you for loving us when we don't deserve it. Thank you for believing in us and believe in ourselves, or believe in you. Lord, you're always there. Lord, we ask that you bring answers to this case, that you can sort through all of this and just bring some truth for Summer. Lord, we ask that you bring truth for all the cases in the nation. We can be able to stop these things before they ever occur. We just pray that these things stop against our kids, against our children, against the future of our nation. This is not the world that I grew up in, and I just hope it gets better for the youth, Lord. And we ask and we pray and we ask that you bless us and bless, put the people in the right place at the right time to stop these things. And God, if I ask if there's anybody in the chat right now that is having an issue or going through a situation or has gone through a situation like this, that you put peace in their heart. And if somebody did something to Summer and she didn't walk away and into the wilderness, we put conviction on their heart, and that they come forward, or that somebody that saw something comes forward and speaks the truth. We pray all these things in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
Guys, that's all I got. I appreciate you again. Remember, at the end of the day, everybody wants justice.
But justice doesn't have to be carried out with hate.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.